Man, don't you ever put that long intro up there no more, man. That thing was like 40 minutes long. I was like, wait, we still got a show. No. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the round table. This is your first Thursday host, Christopher Jones. Got on the table with me, Terry Roy. And of course, Tony Renfro is definitely in the background. Don't fall asleep this time, Tony, man. We're gonna
I'm
want to get off of here.
I'm gonna stay in my studios and watch and listen to your show.
Awesome,
Hey,
awesome.
hello Terry, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How's everybody? Everybody
All right,
good?
great. Hello everybody. Thank you for watching the round table talk, and it's back with a whole lot of background backup with Chris Jones and his crew. All right, guys, y'all go.
Okay, so let's recap from the last first Thursday's conversation. So, as you know, we touch on local, state, and national news and happenings around the area, especially things that affect us as a community. So, locally, we're gonna tap on that first, and want to congratulate all of the newly elected or re-elected individuals to city council. Here in the city of Beaumont, we did participate in elections last month. Again, this is the first Thursday, so it's the first of the month.
Glad that election stuff is over.
Oh man, and I'm
Woo.
glad to have you back on the table, man. Cause like
Yeah,
all I kept hearing was you can't vote for your friend, but guess what? Everybody up there is my friend.
yeah, yeah. It was different, man.
Well, so locally, again, like I said, we do want to congratulate those elected officials to the city of Beaumont. Pay attention because that's not the only election that we definitely need you to pay attention to. On the state side, well, first before we go, uh, as a candidate, Terry Roy,
Uh-huh.
um, to the city election or the city election process as a candidate,
hmm hmm
how do you I guess rate your concerns for the next voting population or the next voting body?
Repeat that again. It kind of broke up.
All right, so the little box that be in your house. You can't say their name right now because they gonna definitely start listening.
Right.
Just was trying to communicate and talk to us. So
Ah, okay.
no, but what I wanted to know as a candidate,
hmm
a recent candidate in the local city elections, is how do you feel that candidates
hmm
and people and the people that how do you feel that the electorate can educate themselves more on this very important process?
I think what it is more now is it's a lack of concern, and I think that's really what's kind of hurting the electoral process is that a lot of people don't know when to vote. They don't know what to vote for. They don't know who to vote for, or some of them just really don't vote. And trying to find a remedy why that is I don't know. Like we had, I think it was like what 21% that voted this time, and I don't think it's really nothing that the candidates are doing wrong or anything that they're doing right.
Yeah, that's why
You
I
know,
sort of kind of changed it from basically putting that question solely on a candidate's back, right?
yeah,
Because it's not incumbent on the candidate.
right.
It's incumbent on the people to elect their candidate. So that's why I sort of kind of changed that question. It's especially when it comes to the electorate,
hmm
and I'm not gonna say the uneducated or the
Yeah,
educated
yeah,
electorate. I'm
yeah,
just going to say the electorate as a whole.
yeah.
And according to numbers, the city of Beaumont by itself has at least 70,000 voters, at
At
least.
least, yeah.
And we just gonna say at the least 70,000 voters. So Terry, you mentioned like 21%
If
of
if that, so
of
that's maybe what 10,000, less than 10,000 people. Yeah,
so out of 70 something thousand people or 70,000 people, 70,000 plus or minus people. No, we're going to say plus because we know it's more than 70,000 people out
mm,
here that's registered to vote.
yeah.
Um but you got what'd you say 20?
21% maybe.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I think what it is, a lot of people think is the lack of maybe candidates, because I don't think any candidate did nothing wrong when we were running. I think all of them were well educated. So I don't think it falls on the candidate to get people out to vote. I think it's just people who have lost interest in voting.
Well, I mean, like I feel that too, but on the local side,
Hmm.
on the local side, if you pull the numbers
Hmm.
and you compare it, you compare elections to, you know, constitutional elections.
Hmm.
Constitutional elections is almost worse
Yeah, yeah,
than local elections, and that's what's about to come is state
yeah.
constitutional election. So once we get the T on that, like they say. Once we get the
Hmm.
T on that, we definitely gonna, you know, address it here on the round table. Make sure we pat on the table about it because, um, again, being absent from the table is you don't eat,
Yeah. I
and
think,
that's one of the issues that we have as far as the electorate
yeah,
is
yeah.
we're not at the table.
So we getting
So
eaten.
we not yeah we're not eating. We're getting
We're getting ate.
eaten. Yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
eaten.
And
And
but the
go ahead.
sad thing is I think that the numbers are going to go down even more, because you can imagine in 2020 we had 114,000 people, and what do you think we had now? We had
Um,
109.
9,000 people, 109,000,
109.
and that's according to the census report.
Yeah,
Am I correct? Okay,
yeah.
so right, and this is one of the things I also find conflicting is Jefferson County says it has this many registered voters. Beaumont
Mm,
says it has this many registered voters, and the population constantly goes down. But I don't know. Have y'all ever noticed that number, the registered voters number,
nobody budges.
stays the same?
Yes. And I don't. Well, what it is a lot of people may still be registered to vote out here, but they don't live out here.
That part,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
part. I'm
They
glad
they
y'all caught it.
they don't
Yeah.
live out here. So
So that's what one of the things I know for sure that we deal with on the local level when it comes to local elections is there are some people, some voters uh, in the electorate that is not a resident
right,
of Beaumont. They have a
right.
voter registration card
Yeah,
for Jefferson County, but they're not a resident in the city of Beaumont, and they vote and participate in local elections.
yeah.
And I'm not talking about your veterans. I'm not your veterans. I'm not talking about your military personnel who are residents of the city of Beaumont. Those individuals automatically get a mail-in ballot because they are not in this particular county.
Correct.
Should rather we whether we should say they should receive an absentee application and an absentee ballot so that they can
Mm,
mail back their selections while they're not
yeah.
home side. But let me let y'all in on a little secret. There are several individuals who are incarcerated in Jefferson County that are not felons. I'm gonna say it again. There are several registered voters who are voters of Jefferson County that are incarcerated in Jefferson County's facilities and were not able to vote.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Not even They were not even able to vote absentee. Not only were they not able to vote absentee, they were not given the application, knowing that they
Mm,
were not going to be at their residence to vote.
right. Wow.
So that's one of the things I definitely want us to pay attention to, especially when it comes to local elections or voting on out of the local area. Period. And when I say out of, I'm talking from the educated, non-educated electorate.
Mm,
So that's what I hope that we can do, Terry,
mm.
is build the intuitiveness of our electorates.
Yeah.
Not the, because some people they say that they don't engage in politics, but if I cut their lights off, I guarantee you they gonna engage.
Yes, indeed.
There's many of us that say that we don't engage in politics, but if I tell you outside of COVID that your child cannot come to this school, I guarantee you are going to engage. If just by happen, the city of Beaumont decides to, without a Harvey, cut your water off. That's politics. I mean, and you have to be at the table in order to eat, ladies and gentlemen, especially on the local level.
That
So state, let's go to state right fast, because Texas right now is the laughing stock of the news. I'm talking about not Texas news, not Louisiana news, not national news. Texas is they actually the laughing stock of the global news.
mm,
I have acquaintances in foreign countries that are like, yo, you may want to get out because the Republicans then turned on the Republicans in Texas, and I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
So, with that being said,
Hmm.
Republicans turning on Republicans, can somebody explain to our listeners and our viewers what the hell is going on between the Texas flag in our home, man?
I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't since that election stuff. I hadn't really paid attention to it.
Mhm.
And I'm just really getting back into that type of stuff.
Uh-huh,
I try to distance myself from it,
uh-huh.
but I really need to get back into it. I do.
Yes, yes. So what's happening is, we have our attorneys general Ken Paxton,
Right.
who has been impeached.
Yeah, I knew that much.
Articles of
Yeah.
impeachment has been
Right.
filed against him for various reasons.
Yeah.
Um, it's some illegals, but he's been running from these illegals for a long time.
Right.
So, good evening,
But
Facebook user.
how can the corrupt talk about the corrupt? In other words,
Wait, no. This is what I definitely
he's
want
the
us to understand about the
he's Captain Corrupt.
correct, correct, correct. That's what I want people to know about Ken Paxton. This man, not, I'm sorry, our attorneys general has
The highest office in
evaded,
the state.
yeah, the highest law abiding official in this state.
Corrupt.
So if the attorneys general is corrupt, all your complaints against any judge, especially if they're a Republican seated judge, any complaints about what the operations at on the state level, Secretary of State's office, they eventually communicate to correct. So like, even when you make complaints to the state troopers or the Texas Rangers, guess where they go to?
The top cop.
Top cop.
So,
Yeah, the top cop.
man, like, wait, I just really want y'all to understand
Top
the
cop
importance of the
is
attorneys
corrupt.
general. So, like, when you go
Captain
back and
Corrupt.
forward between your state branches of the FBI and the U.S. Marshals. Come
Matter of fact, the
on,
whole
man. Man, that dude is there. When you go to child support court and you notice that your child support check don't match with,
he's the man.
that's the man. Mind you, he was already banking on Texans to foot the $300,000
No,
bill.
not 300,000.
I'm
Three
sorry, three
million.
hundred million
Three
dollar bill.
million.
Yes, $300 million bill of his personal expenses. I'm gonna say personal expenses because I'm gonna need an itemized bill if I'm gonna pay for something.
Hmm.
And I think every Texan should think the same because that's one of the things that this gentleman was in the process of trying to do. Mind you, in the process of knocking him on the top of his head, he tried to come for Dave Phelan, which
Yeah,
is one of our district reps. He
yeah.
was like, "Well, yeah, I'm crooked, but you was drunk."
Whatever came out of that? Nothing.
I mean, that is not against ethics, man.
Hmm.
And people do not care. Again, like I said, you
And
have a criminal.
they all full of shit.
They are.
They're all full of shit. I don't care
Hmm.
how you look at it, how you size it up. They all full of shit.
Hmm.
And they're corrupt. They are not only are they he is corrupt, but the whole GOP is corrupt. The
So
whole
what is it? How many Republicans in the Senate? 16, what is it? 16, 12, 16, 14, something like that. I think it's 16, 12.
did you see what they
16
did?
Republicans, 12 Democrats.
Did you see what they do to Houston, the Harris County, to
I
keep
was
them
just
from
getting
voting?
you
Okay, I'm
feeling me.
let
You feeling me, huh? You feeling
let
me.
me
I'm
go.
rolling that. I'm
Let
rolling
me let
that.
let me let you have your show back. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
So yeah. So yeah. So we have, you know, I think 16 Republican representatives and 12 Democrat
Right,
representatives. I think that's
right,
what where that number is.
right.
So Ken Paxton has, I mean, gerrymandering is not even the expression at this particular essence. This man has literally told a million plus people that are residents of the Houston Harris County area that y'all voting power is so strong. Your voting power is so strong, I'm gonna restrict that shit. And not only am I gonna restrict that shit, I'm gonna make sure that anything you do to increase your numbers in voting, it's not gonna happen.
Hmm.
Why? Because I'm a split y'all up, and if we don't believe the numbers are real in Harris County, I didn't say Texas.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
didn't say Waller County, and you know how they deal with Waller County, especially the black students of PV in Waller County. That comes from Ken Paxton's, y'all. That comes from your attorneys general and your second governor. What's his name?
The lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor is what's his name?
Oh, I'm
That man,
lost.
that's the man that got the power. That's the man
Yeah,
that got cojones in his hand.
yeah.
yeah, and
Hmm.
he's full of
And he
shit
full of
too.
shit too. He
Yeah.
he needs to also be investigated because he has Greg Abbott's cojones in his hand, even if he's sitting on them.
Hmm.
But I will say this: if y'all have not noticed that Harris County has went from blue to
The red.
purple to red,
Hmm.
Jefferson County has went from blue to purple to red. Y'all see a trend?
Yep. It's been coming.
Y'all see a trend? If they know the voting power in Harris County, I'll be damned, and you shall too, if they don't know the voting power in Jefferson County, especially Jefferson County.
Hmm.
Because your money, I'm going to say it again, your money in Jefferson County is more than in Harris County. And I don't care about the people. The people is good. But you people here in Jefferson County, you spend, spend, spend. And I love it. And that's what they want you to do. They don't want you to be at the table. They want your ass to spin, 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 while the whole time they making law and legislation to remove you from even accessing the state capitol,
Hmm.
or even putting your name on a ballot to represent somewhere in your community. That's
Wow.
what's going on right now. That's
Hmm.
what's going on in the state of Texas. If they can't have your vote, they'll take the seat options from you. If they can't and if they'll take the seat options from you, then you'll get what Terry Roy and I was mentioning earlier in local politics, where it comes to stagnant population or stagnant voter population or stagnant voter turnout. And that's what we have here: stagnant voter turnout.
Yeah.
Because we're looking at these legislations get passed down from the state of Texas and not knowing that, hey, Austin is up the street, man.
Yeah. It ain't
You
far.
definitely need to be engaged in what's happening here in the state of Texas, because your life, my life, our livelihoods are at stake here in the state of Texas. And I'm not moving. You got to put me out. You know why? Because y'all got some of the best business benefits as an entrepreneur. You have some of the best veteran benefits as a veteran.
Hmm.
I just want y'all to hurry up and run me my property so I could get my house built. That process is too long, and y'all know that takes too long.
Yes, it
Y'all know
does.
that. That takes too long for a disabled veteran or any veteran to use their benefits. That it shouldn't take this long for somebody to use their
Yeah.
benefits. Um, on the
That.
national side, my bad. Go
No,
ahead,
go
Terry.
ahead. I'm listening, Chris. Go ahead.
On the national side, let me tell you how things affect you downhill. Okay, so like I said, I'm from the military, and one of the things my instructors and drill sergeants said was that shit rolls downhill.
Mm. Hmm.
So let me tell you what's about to
Not in
roll down.
Beaumont anyway. So
Well,
it
you know
rolling.
this is beautiful mountain. It's gonna set right
It
here.
roll in
It's
your
gonna.
house.
No, it don't. It bubble up like the
Hey.
gusher. That's what I hear. Like it bubbles
Yeah.
up like Lucas Gusher here in Beaumont. Shit
Yeah.
shoots up out here.
Yeah. I digress.
Oh no, man. So nationally, I definitely want y'all to get a little piece of this. Tap on the table right fast for this. Oh man. Nationally. Okay, today is the first. By June 5th, that's 4 days away. If the White House and Congress and whomever else in DC, if DC does not figure out how to pay their bill, mind you, this bill comes from the previous administration under uh, President Trump. So the Republicans created a bill. I'm telling y'all, and I'm breaking it down to you as layman as I possibly can. The Republicans created a bill and don't want to pay it.
So they're trying to raise the debt ceiling now, right?
No, man. Look, wait.
That's what I heard.
They trying to pull a set it off on y'all.
Yeah.
They trying to eat and dip out. So
Yeah.
like the drastic part about this is that there is so much that the Republican controlled House has at stake right now. Like my payment, I just got paid today. Today is the first. Shout outs to everybody that get paid on the first. Shout outs to everybody that get paid on the third. Shout out to everybody that get paid on the 15th. And shout out to everybody that get paid on the 30th. But guess what? If by June 5th, this country does not pay its bill
Hmm.
or increase the debt ceiling, that's two options. You heard that. Pay your bill or increase the debt ceiling. So the options are 9 times out of 10 they're going to increase the debt ceiling because they don't want to pay their bill. So by June 5th, the I call them, they're not federal, but the people that print your money said, yeah, by January 5th y'all gonna run out of money. I don't know what to tell y'all.
Yeah.
And that affects everybody's on Social Security, VA. If you are a direct employee of any government, you're going to go into default or what they call furlough or something like that. You may be working and cannot stop working. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you got to fulfill your government contract. Even if the government ain't paying you, guess what?
Yeah. You got to go to work.
Got to go to work. Guess who got a
And
government contract? So I'm saying, hey, y'all got 2 days. I'm not even giving y'all till the 5th. Y'all got 2 days to figure this shit out.
hmm,
Y'all done compromised. Y'all knew this was coming. A whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, we
yeah.
definitely want people to pay attention on this debt ceiling situation. Don't be fooled by it. No, nobody, no, the bipartisan, we working together. The House and the Senate is working. It is a bold faced lie from the media, and the truth ain't in it.
Hmm.
It's a bold faced lie from the media, and the truth is not in it. I'm telling
Right.
you. The medias are telling you that the Republicans and the Democrats are working together, but they can't come to a compromise. That's a lie. How can we work together and you not even over here? You're not even
Right.
here. You want me to work, but you're not even on the hill. What you mean?
Hmm.
Everybody can't. I don't want my laws, especially my financial negotiations, argued or debated over Zoom.
Right.
I
Yep.
don't want that. I don't. Everybody on Capitol Hill got teams, and now y'all discussing my. No, I don't want that. Sit yourself up in that office where I pay you to sit. That's where it's at.
Exactly.
That's where it's at. So these are the things I want y'all to do on the round table, because things come full circles. That's why it's round table. So you
Hmm.
have to act today. Nationally, I need you to reach out to your national representation. Whoever your congressperson or senator is, I need you to reach out to them and tell them, hey, you got 2 days.
Yeah.
You got 2 days to figure it out. I don't care if they're a Republican or a Democrat. If they're a Republican, tell them, get your ass back in DC and figure out my bank account. That's what you
Yeah.
tell them. If they're a Democrat and they're not there, tell them the same thing. Get your ass back in DC and fix my bank account.
Hmm.
Because that's what we pay you for. That's what I elected you for. But here
Exactly.
in the state of Texas, they don't give a damn who you elect because they gonna snatch it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's not me. That's your attorneys general who just was recently impeached. He said it. You can go quote him. I'm telling you, the man said it. He wants your vote, especially from Harris County. They already done split your vote here in Jefferson County. But there's ways that you could correct that. There's ways that you could correct that statewide. Pay attention to these constitutional elections, Texas, that's coming about.
Yeah.
As much as they try to split your vote, you can really control a lot of things at that ballot box. So I want people to pay attention to what's actually going on here. I know clichely folks will tell you, "Oh, I'm not voting. They're gonna do what they want to do anyway." I
Yeah.
told you why they doing what they want to do anyway, because your ass ain't at the table. Neither is your grandchild. Neither is your great grandchild. Neither is your great 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 grandchildren. So hey, if you have that long line of individuals that's not at the table, you know what y'all missing? Legacy, lineage, and being absent at the table. Y'all not getting nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all not getting nothing.
Yeah.
Homestead taxes is, from what I hear, it's supposed to be on the constitutional amendments. They coming back with it again. If y'all don't remember, a few years back when we did constitutional amendments, they running it back on you again. So if you're not participating, the more they keep tearing away at the tablecloth and cutting off the table, eventually your ass, you're gonna be seeing they back, man. I'm telling you, that's the way it's gonna be. That's the way it's
That's
gonna
the way
be.
it's headed.
Yes. So we
That's where it's
definitely
headed.
here at the round table definitely want y'all to participate in y'all local elections, y'all state elections, and y'all national awareness. That
A
thing,
lot of people don't.
that thing is
A
about to
lot of
blow
people
up.
don't.
Go ahead, big
A
bro.
lot of people don't. A lot of people don't come aware of things until it comes to their front door. And once it's at the front door, you wonder where it came from.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it come from not paying attention.
correct, correct,
Yeah,
100%, one hundred
yeah,
percent, 100%. And if you do pay attention, it's a lot of people that's paying attention, but they're not at the table. They be like, "Yeah, I heard that. I heard that."
yeah, yeah,
I was like, "Bro,
yeah,
you know how that affects us
yeah,
as veterans? I'm also a Social Security recipient. You know how that
yeah,
affects me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, later on down the line, but it affects me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah. So we definitely need
yeah,
this to be fixed in 2 days, and
yeah. That ain't long.
and not great compromise like a whole bunch of people are expecting. I'm not looking to again. Pay your bill and let's move forward. Pay the bill before we leave, but we
Hmm.
still got to move forward. And don't pay something on it. Pay your bill
Pay it out.
because you shouldn't have allocated those funds if you knew that in the midst of COVID and a recession you wouldn't go fork that money over. Now you're gonna have to come up with some man. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
definitely want us to be aware of what's going on in DC, especially when it comes to this negotiation about the paying the United States debt. We don't have much time.
Ain't got
and
much time
and
at all.
they always push it and I'm not going to say it's only Republicans because we've seen it be pushed
Yeah, both
all
ways.
the way to the end on both
Yeah,
sides of the table, and that's why I recommend that each and every one of you reach out to your representatives in DC and tell them if they're not there, get back to DC, and I need man, don't cook the
yeah,
book, fix the book, pay the book, man, pay
yeah.
the book. After you pay
That's
the book,
simple.
then let's think about raising the debt ceiling.
Yeah.
Pay the bill
Well,
you
you know they're gonna raise it.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You know it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Soon.
yeah. So, um, a recap, just to recap. I don't want to keep y'all too much longer because we could definitely be on this round table just like it was the last
Yes.
time for 2 hours.
Messing with the local stuff, man. Local stuff.
Yes,
That's the next
yes,
big thing
indeed,
there, man.
yes, indeed.
It
So
is.
right now I'm gonna dip off to the side and see who all we got up in the room. All right, all right. See you there, Mr. Ron, Miss Beverly. We got a Facebook user. Facebook user always here. I like Facebook users.
Yeah.
Who and look, it could be
Hey, we
always
also
somebody
have a
different.
LinkedIn.
I'm sorry.
We have a LinkedIn guy. You guys got a LinkedIn guy, Ron Gilliam.
Yeah, I see.
Gillum.
I'm looking
Uh,
at Mr. Ron on LinkedIn.
yeah. And hello, Beverly Deal. She's watching from one of the Facebook
Absolutely,
sites.
absolutely. So I hope we
Yeah.
shared a
And
wealth
and,
of
and,
information
and that's
tonight,
your boy,
man.
and that's your boy Florida
Oh, that's
Hope.
Facebook user, Florida's Facebook user. That's what
Yeah,
I
too tall
figured. I
Flo.
knew I like Facebook user for some strange reason. What's up, my G?
Too
That's
tall
my
Flo.
guy, man. That's my guy, man. Yeah, man. So what you got to say, Tony, about some of the topics and discussions we had for tonight,
Man, I
man?
like it, man. I like the topic you talked about. I mean, good talk, man. I like that. I think you should have dived in more on the local voting here in
I
Southeast
wanna
Texas,
before I do that, I
and
wanna I wanna run my numbers.
and
I really want to get all of the precincts. You know what I'm saying? I want to understand these
yeah,
numbers and how they fail, so that whenever
right,
I myself, Terry, Tony, Perry, Trisha, whenever we do come back on the round table, we're gonna shake the table with these numbers.
Yeah.
we're definitely going to shake the table on these numbers, and we're
And
going to put it in your face and let you know. I don't want to, I don't want to hear it. She had a bad attitude, or he white. I don't want to hear that. I vote, or we should vote for the most accessible person that we have that's going to bring about access throughout the entire city. Not one side, not our side, not their side, the entire side of the city. And so that's one of the things I think that we as residents of Beaumont need to focus on a local side. Don't wait for the
well,
politician to come to you with a plan or with their plan. You give them that plan. You continue even now that hey, this is the plan for this month. This is the plan for next month. This is the plan for the month after that. So that's how we have to move and operate, not only on the local side, but you see they coming, like you said, like you mentioned, Tony, how they coming for Harris County. They coming for them hard. They are
and
coming for them so hard because they understand numbers. They
right,
know numbers.
right.
This
And
is
the next,
it's not hard, y'all.
the
It's not
next one they're
hard,
going
y'all.
for, yeah, the next one they're going for is going to be
Dallas
up in
County.
no, 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 no. It's going to be up
I'm
in
telling
Dallas.
you,
That's right, the
Dallas
Metro stuff.
Dallas County is
Right,
coming. Yeah,
that's right.
Dallas County is coming because
So
that's the other large majority minority voting population.
right, right, right.
Mind you, they took us out already, y'all. They took
Yeah,
us out already. I mean, they
it-
did that years
right.
back.
We was the stronghold of the Democratic
Correct.
Party
Correct.
here in
You're
Southeast Texas.
absolutely correct.
Yeah, they took us out. They redrew the lines and
Redrew all kinds of lines, even in your
gerrymandered,
school district. From your
gerrymandered, and
Yes, from your school district, your city, your county, your state reps, your DC reps, all them lines was reconfigured to put niggas
right,
in their place. I'ma just say it like that.
right. And our representative is lives 120, 150 miles from us. I mean, that's how far they drew that line. Uh-oh.
Who trying to get
Not
in?
me.
Who
Okay.
trying to get in? He got the phone call. No, but yeah. So like even when it comes
That's
to
my cousin
the
from Australia.
redrawing
Y'all
of the
give me about, I'll
lines,
be right here.
yeah, even when it comes to redrawing of the local lines, like we saw for this year in the city, their lines were redrawn. Ward 4 consumed or received some residents from Ward 1 and Ward 2. And again, they tell you, oh, the population, the balance, the numbers, and this, that, and the other. That's for election code and all this. But we have to definitely pay attention to how they write this legislation. Is that
Yeah.
him with that phone in his pocket? Yeah, that's him. Oh man, yes indeed. Hey man, I was about to say put us on mute, bro.
Hey man,
No,
good
but
dialogue tonight. Y'all having
yeah,
good dialogue.
I definitely agree. I definitely
Yeah,
agree. We wanted to bring people awareness on that, man. So thank you for allowing us the round table on our first Thursdays to bring
yeah,
that
yeah.
to your listeners and everybody. The knowledge of power family got to keep it real.
I'm
That's
just
right.
glad to
That's
be
right.
back.
Welcome
Glad to
back.
be back, huh?
Glad to be back.
Hey, tell me something. I'm gonna ask this question, and
Mm.
I know I'm gonna ask this question. Um, you ran as a candidate
Mm.
for city council at large.
Right.
What lessons did you learn? What lessons did you learn? I,
That
you learned something.
you
There
that
was a
you
reason.
that you
Did you
you
bet the
can't
bottom
trust.
dollar?
You can't trust who you trust.
That's right.
You
Come
can't
on.
trust
That's
who you
another one.
trust. So
People
and
changes politics changes people.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, like I say, the best people won, and that's just how it is. Nothing wrong with defeat. You
You
know,
live and
Yeah,
learn.
you
It's
live
not
and you
just
yeah,
learn.
advice. You live and learn.
But
It-
you
it-
can't trust who you trust.
that's right. It
So
teaches you about human beings.
yeah,
Uh, uh,
how they really are. So,
right. If
but I,
the true color comes out on it.
but I'm
yeah,
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again.
yeah. And you
Yeah,
should,
yeah.
and you should. And I tell that's what I tell people. Chris, you
But
think I should run? I'll never tell you, look, you're not a strong enough candidate. I don't think you should
mhm,
run. I will tell you, look, these are some of the things I think you should work on. You will be a pretty good candidate. You just got to make people believe that that we have access through you, and that's
right,
what it is. I
right,
don't care where you at, how close we are. When you put your name on the ballot, that's all you become is my access. I still have my friendship. We
Hey,
still cool,
Chris,
but my
Chris,
access. What's
Chris,
up?
is someone breaking in your house?
No, that's you.
That ain't me.
oh, that's my wife taping up something.
Oh,
I
I
didn't,
was
I
gonna
didn't, I didn't think it was that loud.
I thought he, I thought he was in the ice maker. I was like,
Nah,
is he making drinks? He making a lot of
nah.
drinks.
My wife taping up some boxes, man.
My brother say, and we out.
All right, baby. Y'all take care, man. Enjoy a good dialogue, good show, and y'all come back again.
All
Absolutely.
right.
And
Good
join
night,
me
y'all.
on every Sunday, everyone. Every Sunday evening at 7 o'clock on Knowledge's Power Podcast Live.
Yep.
We have special guests every Sundays, and it is great to have knowledge. It's great to have knowledge. Knowledge is power, and there's power in knowledge. God bless y'all. Have a great evening. Thank
All
you.
right.